Video media is one of the most powerful mediums to convey emotional content and to incite emotional engagement, and I think that we can't forget the power of that and the necessity of that in movement building and in campaigns. That democracy, that community is at its core, at its heart, an emotional endeavor. And what video allowed us to do was to tell people's stories, tell the candidate's story, intertwine those stories into sort of a collective narrative, and provide an aesthetic of hope, reinforce an aesthetic of hope, and kind of reaffirm everyone's commitment to this new vision.
My mother would have lost her farm, we'd have lost everything we had if it hadn't been for President Roosevelt being elected to office.
Charles started volunteering with us here about 4 weeks ago now.
To sustain a movement of this scale, this scope, national, and what I look towards in the future of being global, we need to be able to visualize our own collective gravity, like the gravity of the movement that we're creating. And no other medium does that. Writing 200,000 people is only 6 characters long, but showing 200,000 people in movement is riveting, and will raise goosebumps or tears to some people.
I say to them tonight, there is not a liberal America and a conservative America. There is the United States of America. There is not a black America and a white America and Latino America and Asian America. There's the United States of America. The pundits like to slice and dice our country into red states and blue states. Red states for Republicans, blue states for Democrats. But I've got news for them too. We worship an awesome God in the blue states, and we don't like federal agents poking around in our libraries in the red states. We coach Little League in the blue states, and yes, we've got some gay friends in the red states.
I think behind all of it were some common themes. A lot of that was were the core values of the candidate and the team, and I think those would be inclusivity, unity, diversity, optimism, hope, pragmatic optimism. That we have optimism with a call to hard work. That we're going to renew America. Drawing upon like the classical themes of America, of democracy, and of humans coming together for a common purpose. All of that woven together into a narrative, however we could find it evidenced in the thousands and millions of people that came out in support, and within the candidate and himself. The people on the team were a collection of journalists, animators. Myself kind of came from an advocacy and community organizing background and environmental sort of issue-based background. We had kind of also just general artists on the team. The collection of all of that kind of melded together to the aesthetic that we know of as what was the Obama video. The style is generally, for the most part, most of the videos that were produced and edited to a great degree were in a documentary promotional style, which is not flat promotional like an advertisement with actors. It's a combination of that messaging and persuasion and kind of evocative content mixed with just flat-out narrative storytelling and documentation, just witnessing what's actually happening, and then like using whatever elements you have available to you, particularly this candidate's words and his narrative, to weave that into something that is promotional.